Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play Valheim. All right, so I cranked up the setting for resources to 3, so that way I'm not grinding forever with you guys on camera. And if you guys enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, everything else in between. I try to show tips, tricks, helpful hints through my playthroughs. Today we're gonna work on getting some farming and a few other things. I am curious about uh, getting some of these skills up higher and seeing if there's any other things. It looks like they're getting ready to do some combat revamps, which will be quite interesting. I'm curious what they have in mind for that. Then there's also the Deep North or whatever that's on its way, which makes me curious about that too. And by the way, if I sound like a little bit louder or a little bit quieter, it's because my settings on my mic got bumped, and I don't know where exactly I put where they need to be put. But anyways, I think we're gonna need to set up a cauldron and a few other things, which means we're gonna want to set up expanding. Might want to expand our base a little bit. And I am gonna definitely want some bronze and a few other things in the process. The question is, could I build this without needing to put it on a fire source? Last time, you needed a fire source. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you still need a fire source of some sort. We're gonna go throw in our extra uh copper. We'll go. Oh, oops. We'll go set up over here, and definitely need to make a kitchen. The problem is I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do that with having everything lifted up off the ground like I do, which is another problem. Is empty. That has 12 coal, so that's empty. So I could throw in more coal into there, but for now, pop you, pop you. Then we also have the issue of the limited building space, which means we're gonna have to deal with that also. And you know what? We can still use this. We just have to put it like right there and right there. All right, so we can do beef jerky, which means honey and boar. Getting boar meat, not too hard, but I am gonna want to tame some boars if I want to automate that. It looks like it's a decent health and stamina mix. Queen's jam, unless we can grow raspberries and blueberries, this one's kind of eh. So let's go make the cultivator. We'll see what we can make. I think for now, I might set up my farm over here. In other words, we'll level this place out a little bit, set up a little bit of farming, get some carrots and a few other things going in the process. I'm really hoping they expanded the farming because farming kind of sucked. I think we need 10 and copper, and we'll see what we need. I think we only need 5 to make the cultivator. Yes. However, I am gonna want to make some armor, make some other little bits, mostly armor. Let's make nails that might unlock some things if I remember correctly. Yeah, shutters, cart, the carve, bronze nails, all that other stuff. Item stand. Right. There was something else I wanted to build. That takes 10 copper, leather scraps. I think we're missing the tin, which I used. Well, actually, we're not missing. I just simply have to go make more. All right. For this, we want to make you, which means we need core wood, which means I should go dump this stuff in here. I hope there's a weight training skill. There might be, and I just haven't come across how to get it yet. We'll have to wait and see. All right, cultivator. Yay! Now we got grass, we got dirt, we got carrots, we got saplings, and that looks like about it. Nice. All right. Well, what else can we make? It looks like that's about it on the bronze, so that we'll have to get bronze equipment at some point. I am gonna want to also build these, which actually I might be able to get away with building some of them. No, not that one. Yeah, well, I can build 7 more bronze, which would put me at 11. So we could build a couple of those items in the process. All right, 6. We need carrot seeds, which I forgot where the hell I put those. We do have the bee, which I might set up some bee to get some honey going, but last time that you couldn't put these under roofs. Like if you had them under a roof, they were just like, yeah, nope. Automatic did not work, and you had to build the roofs really high up to actually make it work, and that was annoying. All right, we got coal. Probably should store that. Nails, I probably should store also. I'm really hoping that in the future they add in like the ability to plant the berries and stuff. Because so far it's looking like no. Okay. Right, I was looking for my seeds, which that's food, that's money stuff, that's other items, that's other things, that's tools, that's those. Nope, 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 nope. I know I have them, it's just where, oh, where are they? Ah, here we are. Woo! I got 35. Right. There's still after so many years, there still isn't some quality of life adjustments that would be uh very helpful and appreciated. Which, oh well. All right. We're gonna get this about as much as we can. And we'll have to redo and remove them around as we need. I probably should put up some fencing. Hmm? Oh, right. I need to cultivate. I forgot about cultivating. All right. That should be kind of okay. Yeah. Farming still needs quality of life. Awesome. All right. Well, for now, I'll just gauge it. I really hope they add in snapping to farming. Whether or not they actually will is a different story. All right, let's get these in. I'm probably planting them too close, but oh well. Now there are tricks you can use to make this work. You could do something along the lines of this, where you plop down one of these and then you place in the corners of each, uh, so that way, so that way you can get them roughly spaced out. So it's like you plop down, plop, 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 plop. Then you just simply line it up in the corners of each, and then just place, 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 and then you pop up the stuff. But sometimes that's just too much work, and you just gotta gauge where you want to put them. Which can be annoying significantly. Oh well, at least we'll have a bunch of carrots ready to go. Admittedly, I'm not sure how carrot seeds work, but this is a mythical world, so maybe their carrots grow as seeds, while ours grow as carrots. In other words, you take a carrot, you plant a carrot, and you get a carrot, rather than taking a carrot, converting it into a seed, and then getting a carrot. Oh, all done. Okay. So now let's just work on setting up a small little fence of some kind. Uh, building, furniture, misc. Here we are. We could set up the round pole fence. Admittedly, I wish there were better fences, but hey. Alright, well, in the meantime, let's chop down the stump. I don't think trees regrow. I think you need to plant them in order to make them to grow, so stumps definitely gonna remove them. And then from there, we'll have a farm. Admittedly, it's probably going to take a little while, and I'm not sure which parts are going to grow and which parts aren't. So we might need to start looking. I may have to go off camera and expand this out and set up some places to start uh, getting some boars. So we can get bees, boars, and get some jerky on the go, which should give us 23 and 23, which is less than this for stamina, less than this than health, but it's a decent balance between the two, which means I could replace the raspberries with it, and I would have a slightly better stamina and significantly better health. But I would still be using yellow mushrooms and blueberries, I believe. Blueberries give you what? Oh, oh wow, barely 2 stamina. So I could also switch out blueberries, which admittedly I don't want to go into the forest and get them. But if I'm grinding on camera, it's not too bad because I get ×3 per bush, which is alright. I was about to say, this doesn't look like it's lining up. Now, another thing is I wish these could snap. Be really nice if they could. Oh, wait. Aw, dang it. I thought there was snapping. I was about to go, ooh, snapping. Uh, place, build, shift. Nope. Either if there is snapping, I'm not sure why it's not working. Oh well. Uh, middle mouse. Oh, that's copy. Remove. Okay, so oh well, we'll just do this for now. We'll touch the tips, and we'll just have to call it. All right. Depending on how big this is will depend on how I make this. Ooh, crafting 5. Yeah, that's the other thing that was annoying about this was the build limit thing. Would be so nice if we didn't have to deal with it, but hey. Oh, that's why. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna be barely missing, so I can at least touch about right there. We'll have to put that right there. Perfect. Now I gotta decide where I'm gonna stick the entrance for this. Which is another question. Personally, Valheim, I do enjoy building in this one. I might end up doing a bit more building than story playing and progression on all that. Uh, maybe. So we're slightly off here. Oh well. Uh, now I can either choose to shift this open a little bit and then try and figure out how to put a gate into it or something. But in the meantime, we'll just leave it fully closed because we can just simply jump over. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Any non-healthy is the question. Is, hmm, strangely enough, right now they all seem to be healthy. But what about when they get bigger? That is also the question. I also got to work on my jumping skill. All right, close this. You know what? Let's go dump some coal into the kiln so we're not wasting the nighttime. All right, good enough. I could easily get more, but still. All right, in here. Whee! Sleep time. Oop. I was about to say. Yay! All right, let's go. Are the carrots done? That is the question. I forgot how many days it takes for these to grow. And actually, something I would like uh, I would like to be able to adjust certain things, like for the ability to increase what do you call it? Resin drop. I would increase that. I would increase wood. I would increase the metals. However, things like what do you call it? Food items I would keep low. Uh some other things I would keep low would be money. I would keep the Surtling cores, the Grey Dwarf eyes, stuff like that I would keep low. But anyways, I want to build some lights and put them in the corners here. Thankfully, I got a bunch of little trees. Let's fill this up if it can be filled. We'll fill up this one if it can be filled. Whatever is left over needs to be put up. Now the question is, where do I want to put this? I most likely want to have at least two, three of these. One in the center, one on the corners. Except for this spot. This spot would be an entrance, so I would shift this over and this over so that I could fit something along the lines of a wood door. If there was a gate, which a gate half the size of a door, that would be nice. But I don't think they have that. I still have to get farther into my building to actually figure that out. For now, I'm just gonna set these on the outside so I don't affect the carrots growth. If I affect the carrots growth, it's gonna make them not grow or kill them, and then I have to go find more, and it's just like, oh man. There we are. There's some resin. I was about to go, where the hell's all my resin? Admittedly, I might just turn down the trees just a little bit. All right, got to be within the crafting. All right, one in there. Mm. We might be able to get away with sticking one in here. Part of the reason why I would increase resin is so I could have plenty of light and not have to worry about refueling my light sources like this. All right. Well, oh, nope. I was about to say, oh, some carrots are done. Nope. Okay, well, for now, we'll call it here. This episode was basically setting up a little small carrot farm and setting up some cooking. If you guys enjoyed, please like. If you didn't, I understand. Not much happened. Just built a little cauldron, built a little carrot farm. If you want to see more of this series, make sure to check out my channel. If you want to see other games I play, check out the in-screen credits, as I do play other games in the process, especially if ones that I find more entertaining pop up. And if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain period of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode. So, I'll let the credits roll out. And bye-bye.